What's going on, Nightmare Nation on YouTube? It's your friendly neighborhood Nightmare here, aka the Hulk of the YouTube universe, according to some people, which is weird, but I like it. Hulk. It's appropriate. It fits. It does. So, as you know, today, if you follow my channel, I am supposed to do a live react to the roster that we got, the final members of the 2K16 roster. However, the same situation I told you last week happened again this week. I was tricked. I was tricked again into seeing the roster names before they were revealed. So, I apologize for this not being a live react. But, in front of me, I have the names of the roster members we got today. I'm going to list them, give my thoughts on them, and yeah, that's it. Here we go. Let's just jump right into this thing. All right, you have from Z to A, I'm going backwards. Xavier Woods, Victor, the Ministry version of The Undertaker, the American Badass version of The Undertaker, Stunning Steve Austin, Sting Surfer Sting, which is the blonde hair, Crow Sting from 99, Stephanie McMahon Helmsley, Savio Vega, Rusev, Ricky Steamboat, Mikey Whipwreck, Mark Henry, Connor, Kofi Kingston, Jimmy and Jay Uso, Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy, Brian Pillman, Bray Wyatt, Big E Langston, and rounding out the roster, Baron Corbin. Okay. Now about this roster. It is not a total disappointment roster. I'll give you my complaints about it, and then I'll give you the reasons it makes me happy. Or hold on, let me get my co-anchor. Which order do you think I should do those in?
What order?
Likes, dislikes, or dislikes, likes?
What do you mean?
Like, what do I like about the roster versus what do I dislike about the roster?
I'll go ahead and get your dislikes out of the way so you can rant about it. And then
Okay. Well, council has spoken. Speak up about my dislikes of the roster first. Well, my dislikes of this roster are my dislikes for every wrestling roster so far for like the last 4 years. Multiple versions of the same character that I think could just be one character with multiple costumes, i.e. Sting. I think you could have put Surfer Sting and Crow Sting as costumes for one Sting, and it would have worked fine. I mean, it's great that they have 3 different Stings you can use, like they got 3 different Mick Foleys, but the 3 different Mick Foleys are at least different Mick Foleys. Like, it's Dude Love, it's Cactus Jack, it's Mankind. It's not Mick Foley the hippie, and Mick Foley the car crash guy, and Mick Foley with the mask on. They're different people. It's not Sting. No, you know what I'm saying? Stephanie McMahon Helmsley, I feel like that could have been a costume. I feel like you don't need a whole model just for old school Stephanie. Mikey Whipwreck, I don't know who that is. I didn't watch a lot of old school ECW. I watched the new stuff, but apparently I didn't watch it when Stone Cold was in ECW. So I'm guessing that's why I don't know who Mikey Whipwreck is. Savio Vega. Alright. Savio Vega. But that's really my biggest gripe about this roster reveal, is that it could have been more people, more individuals we wanted to see. Like more people we wanted to see, more of your NXTs, more of your Samoa Joes and your Becky Lynches and your Rhinos and your Sasha Banks, which it's weird to me that Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch are not in it, have not been announced, because a while back Sasha Banks announced that she was in. Maybe they're punishing her for saying that too early and took her out of the game. I don't know. Why, Sasha? Why you gotta do that to yourself? Why you gotta get yourself kicked out of the game? But I really don't have any big gripes with this. It's just the whole, these guys could have been costumes instead of full on DLC thing. But let's move on to what I actually like about the roster. Rusev. I like that they put Rusev as Rusev, because he hasn't been Alexander Rusev for a long time. He's just been Rusev. That's all I've ever called him. So it's good to see that in here. Ricky Steamboat is cool to see. They got Mark Henry. I'm assuming, since they already had the World's Strongest Man, Mark Henry, that this is the Nation of Domination version of Mark Henry. That's my assumption. That's just me going off. That's, I would assume. I assume that's the same reason Savio Vega is in the game. I don't know why Savio Vega is in the game. I'm assuming it has something to do with the Austin 316 showcase mode thing or whatever. That's the reason a lot of people are in the game that have never been in the game or in it this year. So that's cool. Let's see. Oh, the Undertaker, the American Badass Undertaker. All right. Even though I just got done saying costumes shouldn't be additional characters, this version of Undertaker is different from every other version of Undertaker. Like, he uses different moves. He uses a different mindset. He looks different. His model is much, much different. He can't just be a costume you can unlock, I don't think. Because he's got the motorcycle, and he uses the last ride that Undertaker doesn't seem to use anymore. And all that stuff. I like having I hope they have his American Badass Undertaker theme in it, because it'd be a shame if they didn't. They need to. I believe they own the rights to it, so why not? Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, and Big E Langston, or just Big E, I guess. Getting rid of Big E Langston, Big E. The New Day is in the game, which is awesome. I like the New Day. The New Day they're entertaining. They're fun to watch. It's just overall a good time whenever they're on screen. And you can tell that they're having fun with what they're doing. And whoever's decision it was to give Xavier Woods a trombone, a little trombone thing, props to you, dude. Whoever's idea that was, that's amazing, because it's funny. Oh, and by the way, as always, Radoga in the background, killing that Destiny. Anyway, the biggest, let's see, you got Victor and you got Connor, the ass ascension. They're just bad. I mean, I guess you can put them with Cody, with Stardust, and make the Cosmic Wasteland whatever now, but they're just going to be fun to kick the crap out of. Brian Pillman, he's not ever been my favorite wrestler, but he seems to be nuts, and he seems to be a little weird, so that's cool. Bray Wyatt, okay. I feel like he should have been announced already. I feel like his entry into the game is kind of duh. You can't have Luke Harper and Eric Rowan Without Bray Wyatt, it just doesn't work. Even though they're trying to push Eric Rowan, they're trying to put him on us as a singles guy, he's always going to be the Wyatt family tag team dominator that he started as. So it's whatever. Bray Wyatt revealed for the game. Whatever. But Bray Wyatt's cool. I like Bray Wyatt. I'm not complaining that he got into the game. I'm just complaining that it took so long that he was in the final reveal spots. I feel like you could have put more effort into that. I feel like there could have been a different person put, and not even a different person that hadn't been revealed. Like a person who's already been revealed in the weeks prior could have been in the Bray Wyatt slot, and Bray Wyatt could have been announced earlier. That kind of thing. I feel like that's the way they should have done it, is announced all the obvious ones and then announced all the surprises, like the Mikey Whipwrecks and the Savio Vegas and the Hakus and such. Now to my favorite reveals that are on this roster. Jimmy and Jey Uso. Anybody that knows me as a wrestling fan knows I love watching the Usos tag team. They are one of my favorite tag teams to have come up in the newer generation of wrestling. I think they should... It's a shame that they're not on TV right now because one of the Usos, I can't remember if it's Jimmy or Jay, is out with an injury, but I think he's on the comeback, so it's going to be good to see them come and do their thing again. But, yeah, Jimmy and Jey Uso. When I say oos, you say oh! Yeah, that kind of thing. I love those guys. Let's see. Who else have I not talked about? Like I said, Rusev is fun to have because he's a big Russian submissionist, and I like Russian, and I like submission. I like Russia, and I like submission, so it's good to see him in the game. If nothing else, my creator wrestler can always dominate the pavement across Rusev's face. But, the two, or I guess three technically, biggest surprises that I'm glad they put in. I mean, I was hoping to see them in. We'll start with, because I'm really dually excited for both sets of these people, so I think I will start with the lone wolf of NXT, Baron Corbin. Now, this guy, when he started out, he was killing people, in the middle of the ring quicker than Goldberg. Like, he was 23 seconds. I think his fastest match was 10 seconds. He got in, hit the end of days, and got out. He was done. He doesn't get paid by the hour, obviously. He just gets paid to win, which he does a lot. It's going to be cool to see him in. It's going to be cool to see all the matches and stuff you can do with the NXT people. Kevin Owens versus Baron Corbin. That'll be fun. My guy versus Baron. Yeah, I reference my created wrestler a lot because that's one of the big reasons I played this game is to put my guy up against the new talent and see who comes out on top. Me. But Baron Corbin is in. That's cool. That means his finisher, hopefully it got a redux. I mean, it looked great last year. Maybe they can make it look better. But the coolest reveal, the biggest surprise to me for this final reveal is the certified G and the bona fide thug, and you can't teach that. His name is Enzo Amore. Love that guy. And this dude up here, he's 7 foot tall. And you can't teach that. Colin Cassidy. So Enzo and Colin Cassidy coming to 2K16. You know what I mean? Bada boom, realest guys in the room. Woo! That's right. Enzo and Colin Cassidy. I like it. Talking about, whoo. You think you gonna Ain't nobody gonna be an imposter. Big Cass and Enzo, realest guys on the roster. Yeah, I love these guys. These guys are entertaining. They're hilarious. Just listening to their promos is fun. Listening to them talk on the way down to the ring, which I saw the entrance and they nailed it as best they could. Because Enzo and Colin Cassidy always come up with something different on the way down to the ring, so you can't have that every time, but it's good to see them in. I love listening to Enzo's promos, Enzo's entrance, whatever. Let me tell you though, if Enzo and Big Cass had a dime for every time they got beat up as kids, they would have 0 dimes. How you doing? Oh, man. It's going to be cool to see Enzo in the game doing his thing. It's going to be cool to see Big Cass doing his thing. Because you know there's only one way to describe his opponents. And he's going to spell it out for you. S-A-W-F-T. Soft. Yeah. It's going to be cool to see. That's just my impression of Colin Cassidy and Enzo Amore. There you go. It's going to be fun to see. I'm definitely going to be tagging with those guys. I'm definitely going to be on a team with those guys at one point in the game. Big Cass is cool to see. Enzo Amore's model looks amazing with that beard on point. What's the word, Levi? Yeah, there we go. Beard game on fleek. Whatever that means. It just looks amazing. So, alright. That'll do it for this roster. And that means that is it. This is the main roster. I gotta say, all in all, not too bad. It's actually a pretty good spread, pretty good wide out thing. I'm still waiting to see the DLCs, and I'll still do the DLCs once they come out, once they release, once they're revealed, that kind of thing, and tell you who all's in, who all's not. It would be a shame right now. I will go ahead and get this out of the way. It'd be a shame to see Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, and Samoa Joe miss the roster cut. It'd be a shame to see Rhino not make it, and it would hurt my feelings to not see them utilize Bubba Ray and Devon, because that could be done great. RVD not in the game. That's weird. So, no RVD this year, which I'm thinking maybe DLC. Who knows? I'm just holding my breath for that. But that is today's final roster reveals for the game. I will be coming to you guys with a video of me listing the full 2K16 roster. It's, again, just waiting for the DLC. Come on, Samoa Joe. Come on, Samoa Joe. That's all I want to see. It could be Samoa Joe. It could be every character in the DLC. It could be Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe with long hair. Samoa Joe with short hair. Samoa Joe from TNA. Samoa Joe from here. Samoa Joe from there. And I would buy every one. They would have all my monies. Every last dime. All of it. But,
If they sold Samoa Joe, we would have 0 dimes.
If 2K16 sold Samoa, if I had a dime for every time, well, no, what is it? So wait a minute. There we goes. I'm telling you though, if 2K16 put Samoa Joe in this here wrestling game, I would have 0 dimes. Brought it back. That's right. Brought it back. Whew. Call it 3.14. Gotta eat your pie. Love Enzo Amore. Anyway. Hoping for Samoa Joe. Hoping for Becky Lynch. Hoping for Sasha Banks. And then just whoever else they put in. It's cool. Rhino. But anyway, I've gone on too long. You guys are great for watching these videos. And I'm glad I can do these videos that you guys like to see. So, any news that comes out, I'm going to try to cover. Any news that comes out, I'm going to try to get out here. once the Destiny Taken King DLC is fully out and I get my hands on it, I'll review that for you. I'll be doing the review of the Avengers movie, which I went and watched last night with Woot. Sometime, maybe not in the next week or so, but it'll definitely get done. I promise you that. But, yeah. So, Enzo Amore, Colin Cassidy, Baron Corbin, really the three biggest highlights of this for me. So, excuse me.
Jesus.
So, and that was Radoga with the Jesus, right down there. Right down there. Radoga and all his Radoga-iness. So, I've been a friendly neighborhood nightmare with all your 2K16, your Mortal Kombat, your Destiny, your Mario, your Sonic, your Luigi, your Waluigi, your Mega Man, all that sort of news. Every major Donkey Kong, all of it. Yoshi, I got you. Ryu from Street Fighter, not so much. Maybe. Because you already got your, you've had so much fame, it's ridiculous. You got too much fame. Your Ninja Gaidens, Ryu, gotta love that Ryu. That's a good Ryu. Much better Ryu. Ryu versus Ryu, I'm putting my money on Ryu. So, got it. So, until next time, or not. Hey, look, it's my mom.
Yep.
I've got to go get groceries.
If the dog's food bowl was spin out front all day and he's spin out back.
Later.